as you all know, foldable phones, um, they're all going to eventually happen in the future, but the technology is coming too early. In February, the tech industry has got its looks at the first wave of foldable smartphones. Foldable technology is nothing new, okay? The DS has done it for a long time. We can open and close it. Technically like a folding. You're folding the DS back and forth. And Nintendo has already done it before with the Game Boy Advance SP. So foldable items are not new in technology. But foldable phones are big. They just did something like the DS. Not a dual screen, but like you can just open it and close it. So you can fit in more in the pocket easier. Fast forward to May, both devices have gone to disastrous fates. Fold has delayed the defective screens. Credible future for Android support following Donald Trump's banning U.S. conducting business with the company. Some Chinese company, of course, emerged as the most formidable folding phone out of the year's Mobile World Congress. My colleague Brad Sovolv called its design the most refined and powerful version of the device category. Well, of course, foldable phones now have an uncertain future of $2,000. Not like it isn't there on arrival yet. The phone is that he wants to expect it June, and probably no one will buy it because it's because of Donald Trump and his tariffs on China and Chinese companies. In place before the U.S. government indexed meaning the devices could ship with Android Pie. But MAX is Chinesian phones receive Android Q. Well, Android is not unusual for China. China will Google is banned. The company wants its own app store and everything. So the fold is going under its design tweak and stuff. So foldable phones currently are in jeopardy. Outside of China, nobody is able to buy them, as they're not even able to release it because they're made by Chinese companies. But doesn't mean foldable phones are doomed. Foldable phones are very, very similar to a DS. Well, you can fold the DS in half. DS is actually a very, very, very simple form of folding. A very, very primitive version. The dual screen DS is like folding phones are just like the DS, okay? It's nothing. It's no new technology. Okay. Let's look at the DS. It's basically a foldable, portable web thing. Okay. No piece of technology, and that's what the DS, 3DS, and Game Boy Advance SP is. Of course, you see these futuristic smartphones, but I think a portable phone will be like the DS, and that's the only way it will work. As foreign phones like this futuristic phone they see is just breaking the screen because it doesn't work, okay? That's another thing. It doesn't work. If the fold will just break the screen, and that's why they're going over disastrous launches for foldable phones. So overall, foldable phones will not be popular for a while, as they'll break easily and stuff, as they don't know how to understand this yet. The MUX and also tariffs and stuff. There's even many videos going over the fatal flaw of the foldable phone and Samsung phone and stuff, and how it's breaking early for some users. So the foldable phone probably will be set back a few years. I think I was more about making foldable smartphones than going back to the moon and researching what's there. But we all know there's really nothing at the moon. But trying to get see if there's any minerals on the moon that's useful. But no, we're more worried about making foldable phones and making woke movies on Netflix. That's what we're more worried about. That's why our technology has stagnated practically. Because if we actually did work on making space technology, we would have already been on Mars. We would have. But of course, we had to evolve into this boring, hipster culture that only wants everything hip, diverse, and inclusive. Basically destroying any technological advancement because we're more about making everything hip, cool, and that's what people want. And that's basically it. Make sure you like, sound, subscribe, and goodbye.